Hello there, welcome back. So this is video 3 in the series we are doing for many tiers animal rescue, all to do with intuitive energy healing and Zoopharmacognosy. So this video is all about grounding exercises. As we mentioned before, when the dog arrives at the rescue or while they're there, it may be that they're in a high thinking level. We've spoken before about different thinking levels, and when we're talking about 8s, 9s and 10s, it's they can be highly stressed, and when they're in that state, they're not going to listen. They're not able to listen to instruction. And so when we can do some really simple grounding exercises with them, that can be so helpful. It can just make them feel safe, ground them, and make them feel less fearful. If we can bring that thinking level down to an 8 or a 7, maybe an 8, then that's the sort of state, if you like, when they can start to listen, when they start to connect with you. And that's when we can bring in the energy healing as well and the Zoopharmacognosy. So grounding exercises, as you will see, we're going to be doing 2 today, and they're so simple. They take minutes, and yet they are so very effective. Okay, so when we mentioned it before, haven't we, when we have a fearful or anxious dog, it's always in a state of fight and flight, ready to run. That front end is always forward, and the hind end behind is vulnerable, it's exposed, and it's very vulnerable. Okay, and so what we're trying to do is to connect the front and the back to make it feel more grounded, and connect the left and the right as well. So these are the 2 exercises that we're going to be doing to help the dog to do this. So on a scale, a thinking scale, we're looking at anything above a 9 really. 8 plus 9, fear, worry, overthinking, behaviour problems, and just disconnection from the world, if you like, because they just want to run away, they want to get safe. So we're looking to bring that feeling state down, because when the mind is more peaceful, it's easier to listen. An anxious mind just can't hear. So the first exercise I'd like to share with you is called a polarity exercise. Now that exercise connects the right and the left hemisphere, okay? So it reconnects the right to the left side of the body, and it's incredibly simple to do. So we're working with 2 fingers across the forehead. We go from right to left. So literally 2 fingers across the forehead, starting at the right hand side, straight across, and release. So after each movement, you release the fingers away. Okay, and we just go from right to left across the forehead, release, and we do this 6 times. Okay, 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. Just a gentle pressure at a steady pace. There's no rush. You don't have to push really hard, but you just need to feel that pressure, and then you need to release at the end of each. And here is Winston again. Okay, so we can do it on ourselves and we can do it on our pet. When we're doing it on the dog, probably 1 finger's enough. Again, from the right to the left, just 1 finger, and release after each one. Okay, incredibly simple, isn't it? Yeah, and yet it's so effective, and it takes literally minutes to do. Okay, so 6 times, and it's really soothing. So that's the first one that we can do to connect the left and the right hemisphere. So now we are going on to the bladder sweep. Okay, so this connects the front and the back of the body, and it has a strong grounding effect. It puts the dog back in its body, if you like, and that's a good way of describing it. So as we mentioned before, when it's in the flight and fight response, then the front head is forward, ready to go. That back end is exposed. The bladder sweep's really powerful because what it does, it connects the front and the back of the body back together again. Okay, so let's look at Winston. He's a really good model because he's very well behaved. All right, so here he is. So we're going to start at the tip of the nose, and then we're going to go to the base of the spine, just where the tail starts, and then we're going to follow down the side of the leg, out through the end toe, if you like, the back toe, just there, and again release from the body. So it's very, very simple but very effective. Let me see if I can get as close as I can so you can see. Okay, so we're going to start with, you could probably use 2 fingers here, base of the nose, and we're going to go up, across, follow the spine to the base of the tail, and then keeping the fingers attached to the dog. I'm just going to come round so you can see, and then we're going down the leg, the hind leg, and we're going to go out through that back toe, and we're going to release. Okay, do that 3 times on each leg. So we're going to start at the tip of the nose, up through, over the forehead, down through the spine, to the end where the tail starts, and then we're going to come across and go down the side of the hind leg, and we're going to go out through the back toe and release. Okay, so we do that 3 times. We've got Winston over there. Are you safe? Okay, so it's really good. It's really effective, but it's so simple. And also when you're connecting there, we spoke about chakras before, and you have what's called bud chakras on the feet. So most meridians end at the feet. And so we're just touching base with the bud chakras there as well, to also helps to ground the animal as well. So if you do those on a daily basis, you'll be amazed at the result. And also when you've had your dog for some time, if they continue to be anxious, especially when you're leaving them, then if you do some grounding exercises and leave them with some Hydrosol on their favourite toy, you know, that will take minutes, and yet it can be really, really effective. They're just reassuring them that they are safe, because any grounding technique is more to do with reassurance as well, telling them that they are safe, they're in a safe environment, okay? And when we go on to the healing techniques, what we're emitting is feelings of trust. So combining the grounding techniques with the healing, with all the different properties from the hydrosols and essential oils, it's a whole holistic approach, if you like. You're leaving your dog in that bubble of safety and security, all through communication, all through feelings as well. And grounding technique works well with all of those things. So it's a really useful skill to be able to offer to your dog. Okay, so that was quite a short video, wasn't it? But those two exercises are so simple. You know, I'd like to keep things as simple as possible, but effective as well. Now, in the next video, we are going to be looking at your own energy. Okay, it's all about you, because as we said in the video before this one, the feelings that you emit, okay, that you're sharing with your pet when you come to do the energy healing, are incredibly important. You need to be in a good space. So what we're going to be doing, looking at techniques and looking at the theory around why this is important and what you can do to self-soothe. They're really good just as standalones if you're having a particularly difficult day at work, or a difficult environment anywhere really, or you're facing struggles in life. Then if you just take a little bit of time out for you, because again, these are very quick, they don't take long, but they can have a really positive effect. You can do it in the car, you know, before you set off for home, if you like, so that when you get home, things are a little bit easier and you can enjoy your evening, things like that. Become part of your daily routine. You may like to do them before you get out of bed in the morning. Set yourself up for the day. So that is what the next video is going to be all about looking at your energy and how we can get ourselves in a really positive frame of mind for when we do our healing. So thank you so much for taking part in this video series again. I really appreciate everything that you're doing for your dog. Please share this information with friends and family, because we want to show people how easy this stuff is, and the fact that anyone can do it. That's what's so important, isn't it? That we can share to make sure that the dogs in our lives are the happiest that they can be. That's my mission. This is what I want to do. case, I'd love to share things with you. It's been great. So thank you so much. The next video is all about you and about what you can do with your own energy and how we can get you in a good place. So look forward to seeing you next time. Take care, everybody. Okay, goodbye.